And David Coote, it just gets worse. A video was released by The Sun earlier, about an hour, 2 hours ago, of him snorting, sniffing a line of white powder. It is said to be that was after a quarterfinal during the Euros in Germany last summer. So many questions we need to ask, so many things. Of course, this is after the video that was released by his friend on Twitter about him cussing Jurgen Klopp after the Burnley game back 4 years ago. I suspected that this guy, I said that this guy might have some problems or something, but apparently it is not. If he is snorting something, is he sniffing something? I think it's a bigger problem than what it actually is. Because the video was released of him snorting or sniffing something. It's damaging to the PGMOL even more after the video that was released of him cussing Jurgen Klopp. Because where is the due diligence? Where is the background checks? Where is what you do about people that affect not only a manager or a player or a fan, it affects millions of people around in the world. Listen, I don't gamble, I don't bet, I don't do that, but a lot of people do. And if these are the people responsible for some calls, if these are the people responsible for calls on the pitch, someone is snorting, is not actually in the right frame of mind, is snorting a white powder, whatever that is. We can look at, first of all, you know what? Like the video first, hit that like button underneath the live chat, and let's check the video because this is ridiculous. Bro, you can watch him. It's confirmed it's him snorting a white line. What are you doing? How? Is the PGMOL not aware of this guy? And don't tell me this is a one time. We don't know, yes, but if someone goes to Germany into a World Cup or a hotel that is paid by UEFA, and you tell me he is snorting a line, are you kidding me? These are the people, this is the guy who is responsible for calls that affects hundreds, if not thousands of people that work around the sport, that work around the Premier League, employees at clubs, managers, players, fans, broadcasters, and everything. Because a win or a loss for an unfair game can affect a lot of people. And you're telling me that this guy is snorting a white powder after a game in the Euros? Where are the drug tests? I always thought, and I said that many times, I always thought that David Coote had a strange behavior on the pitch. And I said before, I don't know, maybe he's autistic, maybe something is wrong. I don't know, right? There's nothing wrong with being autistic or something like this. But his communication on the pitch looked very strange to me. Always. And I absolutely expressed that to my friends when I watch games with people on YouTube. I expressed that. The guy, the way he doesn't look at people, the way he manages games, the way, I'm not talking about his decisions, because you can argue the decisions here and there. I'm talking about his behavior, the way he hands the card, the body language on the pitch. And I saw it's kind of strange. I didn't like him as a referee. I'm not saying that he was biased or unbiased, or we can argue that all day long about the decisions. But if you are shown a video of the judge, if I'm going to court and the judge is snorting something, I will never trust that judge. This is damaging for every single one that is responsible for refereeing in the UK. How do we have a professional referee refereeing in the Euros and in the Premier League being filmed snorting a white line? And there is another thing. It is reported that he sent this to one of his friends who, in the right frame of mind, records themselves snorting something and sending it to their friends. What are you thinking? How were you thinking? Listen, it hasn't been yet 100% confirmed it's him. However, the PGMOL has made aware of the video, and nobody has denied that this is David Coote. The Sun are claiming that it's him, but no one has denied that it's not him. It's a fake video. It's a look-alike. No one has denied that yet, but at the time we record this video. But how are we in a game of football with the referees, with millions of people watching around? How can someone trust the PGMOL from now on? I'm not saying about the bias or not the bias, the process of vetting a referee to be in the best league around in the world. How can you trust them to make the right judgment if you cannot even vet the guy that is gonna come in to ref the biggest games, one of the biggest sport around in the world, the game that affects thousands of people? How did we even trust the Euros? How do we trust anything at this point? How are the PGMOL are not aware of this guy are not aware of what this guy has been doing? How they are not aware of his behavior? How they are not aware of his personality? If this video is him, they have to vet everyone that is involved in the PGMOL. Everyone. Because you want to tell me this is an isolated incident? It might be. But in the public, we don't know that. We're only seeing a referee that refs the biggest games, and he's doing this. The PGMOL has to act, there has to be firm, there has to be something transparent. And I'm going to say this again. There has to be transparency in here. There has to be a big situation that is happening. There has to be something that is beyond the measures. It's very, very important that we get something beyond the measures, beyond that we've seen before, to fix this situation. There are no excuses now for the PGMOL to fix it and be more transparent. We are not talking about a biased or an unbiased decision or a mistake that is made on the pitch. We are talking about a big scandal. I actually believe it's one of the biggest scandals in the worldwide in terms of referees in Europe since the Calciopoli in Italy. This is one of the biggest things. If referees now are snorting lines, how can we trust them on the pitch? It's absolutely horrific. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, because I'm lost for words. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'm going to leave you guys here. And that's just shame. Shame.